I want to share a story with you today about a client that has been looking for answers. This client has been looking for answers, especially where he finds himself today. He's a few years away, somewhere between 2 to 4 years away from retiring. And what he's looking to do is help to drop some of his day-to-day expenses. We all know how expensive things are nowadays, especially utilities. We all know where inflation is at. So I have a lot of clients that are looking for solutions. So this particular gentleman found what he believes to be his answer, and he invested in solar panels. So this particular client has a debt tool already in place. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to show you how that debt tool helped him to pay off those solar panels very, very quickly, so that when he does retire in 2 to 4 years, that extra income he actually retains instead of going to the expenses of paying for this very expensive solar panel system. So let's give a quick history on the client. Let's look at his goals, and then we're going to see exactly how we're going to help him to do that. So it's very important. We always talk about our numbers, right? It's very important to know what our income is, our expenses, the debt, and the cash flow. This is where he's at as of today. Let's look at his current debt. The current debt consists of the $8,886.88, which is actually on his HELOC. Okay. He has one card where he owes $1,200 left. He's making $600 payments, and then another $4,500, making $400 payments for that. So when we add up his current debt, it's a total of $14,586.88. Now, this client of mine, we've been working together, and these are his goals. I mentioned you got to have goals. You got to know where you want to go. So his goal is to be more financially stable. Okay, can't blame him for that. That's all. That's something that we would all like. He also wants to be debt-free by the time he does retire. We suggest, again, in a couple of years. He wants to be able, between this time and that time, to increase the amount of money he's putting into retirement. And he also wants to be able to start a business, so thumbs up for that. But what we're going to do is now he's going to be incurring new debt. So we're going to have to put in the Velocity banking strategy right away to help him eliminate this debt immediately, and then help him get some of that cash flow back. And that's exactly what we're going to do right here. So this debt now that he's going to incur is a total of $14,586.88. That's his current debt. But now with the loan for the solar, he's also going to incur an additional $47,502. That brings his total to $62,088.88. Okay. One of the things that we're doing is because we're going to move these funds into his line of credit, which, by the way, his line of credit has a limit of $215,000, and it has an interest rate of 8.03. Sorry about that. The new loan that they're offering, again, is $47,502. That has an interest rate of 4.9. Okay. So on paper, we look at it and we say, wow, that's a great rate. The interest rate on the home equity line of credit is 8.03. The interest rate on the loan is 4.49. The problem with that is the interest rate, even with a lower interest rate like that, his payment after some time is going to be about $273.15. Okay, he's going to be making that payment for 25 years. And by the time he finishes with the 25 years, the solar panel financing would have cost them $80,000, would have in my notes, $219.95. OMG. $80,219.95. He could have bought that solar system twice, pretty much. So, again, when it comes to lending, okay, how much you borrow is not as important as how you borrow. And so that is one of the great advantages of having a debt tool like a home equity line of credit, to be able to leverage, to be able to speed up the time that you can pay off your debt. And so I'm going to clean off the board. We're going to be right back, but then I'm going to actually show the breakdown of how this is going to impact them. And my question is, are we going to be able to save the 25-year time frame paying back that loan? I think we will be. All right, now welcome back. We cleared up the board a little bit, and what we're notating is he has a new debt, right? We found out how he got that new debt of $62,088.88. And what we're going to need to do now is we need to find out how we can quickly pay that off. So remember, when we got to that quantity, we included the $14,586.88 that he had from the loans. So what's going to happen is, because we move these two debts to his line of credit, he no longer has a $600 payment. He no longer has a $400 payment. Now he's increased with those two payments. His cash flow just increased by $1,000, meaning his new cash flow is $3,557.90. That's what we're going to use as cash flow to begin to tackle this new $62,088.88. So very simple. From here, the point is very simple. I do want to make a notation really quick. Even though his interest rate on the loan was 4.49, let's look at how much that is costing him in terms of interest over the next, let's go 5 years, because in the next 5 years, he's going to be retired anyway. So in year number one, interest cost, we're going to be $2,111. Okay. Year number two, interest costs are going to be $2,063. Year number three is going to be 2013. Year number four, 1,960, and year number five, $1,904. When we total up interest costs for the first 5 years, we're looking at a total of $10,051 in interest costs with the loan that the finance company gave him for the solar panels. So in 5 years, that loan, even though it has a 4.49 interest rate, look at the interest cost. Look at the interest costs that were involved. So again, one of the questions that we had is, with doing velocity banking and leveraging the home equity line of credit, how quickly can we do it? How efficiently can we do it? And will it be at a cost of less than $10,051 over that 5-year period? Well, let's take a look. I'm going to be including the interest rates that he's paying throughout the course of this time frame to find out how quickly it is that he will pay it off. So this is month number one. We're going to make a payment of $3,570.90. That is going to get him at $58,530.98. Right? We know though that we had to add back the interest, because right now his home equity line of credit has an interest rate of 8.03. That's another thing that I want to point out. With the federal government meeting right now, they're anticipating that more interest rates are down the line. So that interest rate should be dropping again in the month of November, and it should be dropping again. They believe they're going to meet one more time in December. It should drop again. How much? Probably between 0.25, maybe 0.5. But into next year, what they're saying is they're going to continue to drop rates. So that's actually a benefit for him. But for all intents and purposes, we're going to go ahead and keep the rate at 8.03 because that's where he's at today. So that brings his new loan amount to his home equity line of credit to $58,530.98. We're going to add back the interest rate, which is $391.67, bringing his new balance down to $558,922.68. We're going to deduct again in month number two. He's going to be moving his income. Here it is again. And that is going to reflect a new balance of $55,364.77. We're going to go ahead and add the interest rate, which when we add the interest rate, it's only $378.48. We're going to go ahead, $55,735.25. We're going to deduct another payment, which brings it down to $52,177.35. Add interest. That brings it down in a period of 3 months. He's got that loan down to $52,526 in just 3 months. It's looking pretty good so far. So far, so good. Let's continue. We're going to make another payment, $3,557.90, which is going to bring his balance down to $48,000 now, $968.60. We obviously have to add back the interest rate, or the interest that he's going to be paying on that. We got $49,296.28. Now we're going to do it one more time. $3,557.90. That is going to give us a new balance now of $45,738.38. That's absolutely amazing. In a period of 1, 2, 3, this is month number 4. This is month number 5. So 5 months, we've already knocked off from this $62,000, almost $20,000 in a simply 5-month period. That's amazing. That's amazing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the video one more time. I know I have a little bit more space, but I want to clear up. I'm just going to draw the rest of it out so that you actually see the impact over the time. And we're going to find out how long this actually really did take to pay off the $62,000 using the home equity line of credit. We are wrapped up here. I didn't want to go make the video too long, but I went ahead and I did the rest of the years. And you can see here, with the increase in the cash flow of $3,557.90, we were able to make significant impact to that $47,502 loan for the solar panels. So much so that if we look at every circle signifies a month, we're looking at a total of, this is 16 months. At the end of a 16-month, he owes $8,427.17. In another couple of months, when I did my calculation, the total time that it took him to pay this off was a total of 18 months, 18 and a half months, almost 19 months to completely pay off this solar panel, which is absolutely amazing and bonkers. He was going bonkers when I showed him this. So we said at the beginning of this whole scenario that his 5-year interest cost was $10,051, right? We know that by leveraging his debt weapon, even though it had a higher interest rate, right? It has to do with how interest is calculated. And when you have this type of debt instrument, this home equity line of credit, interest is paid on the average daily balance. So what we're going to do right now is let's look at the total cost of interest throughout the time of 12 months. And then, like I say, it took them another 6 months to finish it off. Let's look at the total cost of interest there and see if we can beat that 5-year interest cost of $10,051. So in year number 1, leveraging his home equity line of credit, the total interest cost for the year was $3,000 $3,256.47. Okay, I added it back. When you see that 8.03, 8.03, 8.03, and again, that interest is actually going to be lower, especially when the interest rates continue to go down, as the government has said they're going to do, or the Fed rather. Okay, so that's the first year. In the first 12 months, $3,256.47. Now, by the time he actually pays this off, his interest payments are going to include an additional $405.92 for a total interest cost of $3,662.39. And he incurred these costs over a period of 18 to 18 and a half months. Absolutely amazing. So we blew that out of the water. So we can see that even though he had this solar panel alone, and even though it was at a 4.49 interest rate, the cost over time, we didn't even go the complete 25 years. We simply went 5 years. So the cost of 5 years, $10,051. The cost utilizing his home equity line of credit, $3,662.39. That's why I said in the video, it's not how much you borrow, it's how you borrow. And my friends, this is exactly how we can quickly and efficiently eliminate debt. This is how we can help this particular client to do things like get that financial stability that he was looking for, save for retirement within the next 2 to 4 years, put additional funds into retirement. He's going to be able to do that while having a brand new system. Most importantly, the solar panel financing is not going to burn him. He's actually not going to be burnt by this. So the solar is not going to burn him in a bad way. He's actually going to come out because he's actually going to be leveraging the home equity line of credit to be able to do that. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please make comments. If you have any comments that you want to put there as well, put them there. I try to read all of our comments and get back to you in a timely fashion. If you like the information we shared, like and subscribe. We're going to continue to do these. These are real life examples with today's market, with clients that I'm currently working with. And it always amazes me to be able to see and help people out in these ways. So again, like, subscribe, share, and be looking forward for additional content just like this for you. So I hope you really enjoyed this video today. And until the next video, I hope you have a blessed day.